Hello from nowhere. We are on the Mystic Mountain, high atop the earth, in the fantastical land of nowhere. It's raining today. Made a video earlier. This will be another video I made. This is part of day 3 of the No Scroll Challenge. I originally didn't want to call it that because challenge is cliche, but people know what I'm talking about if I say that, so I'll say it. So this is day 3 of the No Scroll Challenge. What is the No Scroll Challenge? That's where I, for 30 days at least, am attempting to not go on any social media and scroll the news feed. Not post things except for live videos, and not interact with strangers and bots and all of those things for at least 30 days. Hell, I may do it even longer. And that includes like YouTube and all other forms of social media. This is the No Scroll Challenge. I started it because I find that technology has grabbed us a little bit more than it should. And I just wanted to make another quick video. You know, guys, I was contemplating and thinking. And while I was meditating, walking through the woods, meditating inside, all of those things, I realized something. I'm getting away from this hummingbird feeder. The hummingbird will get nervous if it comes to eat. Here's this chicken. But during today's round of contemplation, it just dawned on me, you know, I walked through life, challenge after challenge, slave giant after slave giant, war after war, and I came, metaphorically of course, I was born in the wrong time period for a real war. But that's fine, because war is a horrible place from what I understand. So I came to realize something. Why always up against something? Why is there always opposition? Why is there always a new enemy in some form to overcome? Resistance. It's resistance. It's always been resistance is at the core of this. Or at least playing a big hand in it. So what do I mean? Well, I grew up in a house where people resisted each other all of the time. It was resistance nonstop. And resistance doesn't always look like a wrestling match. It doesn't always look like a drag-out fist fight. It doesn't always look like any of those kinds of things. Sometimes resistance looks like critique. Over-obsessive critiquing to the point that other people dominate the thoughts of others in a very negative way. And I realized, I thought and I saw the thoughts that people who do not live in a highly resistive environment with highly resistive people, and it doesn't matter who they are, they'll always find some way to resist another person. They'll be critiquing everyone. They cannot just accept that that other person is a person just like them with free will and feelings and emotions and thoughts. They cannot surrender to the idea that they do not get to dominate and tell everyone else how to be. They cannot surrender to this. And thus they resist. Thus they resist. And it dawned on me, this is why I have resistive traits. And not that some resistance isn't a good thing. If like someone's trying to hurt you or someone else, you need to resist that. But it's kind of like moderation in that. You shouldn't, and now I seek a spiritual practice. I speak practice on how not to be so resistive. Because who am I to say that person isn't good enough? And who am I to say that that person that I'm resisting in how they want to be, whether behind their back, whether without them, whether or not around them in any way, or with them, who am I to resist them and the choices they make for their own life? Resistance. It's an awful thing. Resistance creates conflict. Resistance creates hostilities. Resistance, because resistance in its nature is those things. Conflictual, hostile, of the fighting variety in nature. Because resist, right? Even when in an electrical circuit, a resistor resists the flow of current. It resists the flow. It doesn't let the flow go and do whatever it wants. It gets in its way. It stops it. And my wife is home, and we got to go get the truck. So we got to leave in just a minute. And so what do I say to this? I say it makes perfect sense. Those people who are happy and content and loving with each other, their family, their friends, all that, and they have this pleasant experience, it isn't that they're always simple people. It's that they're not resistive. They're not resistant in nature. And so they accept each other. They embrace each other for who they are, for what they are, for how they are. And I think that maybe like all things in life, maybe balance is where the key to success in that is found. Too much resistance creates blockage. Too much resistance looks like people who can't stop critiquing each other and can't quit criticizing each other, and usually end up alone because they've resisted and pushed everyone away from them. That is too much resistance. And too much going with the flow equals maybe surrounded by people who don't actually value you in some way, or maybe you're actually just being supportive of somebody who maybe has a narcotics issue and things of that nature. I can't speak too much on that. I speak from the side I came from. So we got to find balance, guys. Too much resistance is bad. Too much going with the flow is bad. Too much going with the flow creates fire in an electrical circuit. And so, I wind up this video by saying this: that we have to become aware of these things, these subtle things that we find normal, so that we can rise above and that we can overcome the enemy that matters. So next time you're interacting with somebody, next time you're doing something, next time you're behaving or acting in any kinds of ways, I want you to just take a step back and just watch the flow. Just watch how it unfolds. And then analyze that. And guys, I've got to go. I want to tell you something. Thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe, do all those things if you will. It helps me out. Ring the bell. Whatever you do, please do it. It helps. Guys, I hope everything goes your way. I hope you find all the blessings of this world, but I hope that you find all the curses right there with them. And I hope you have a great day on this rainy Alabama day.